Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Aside from the actors, who are trying their utmost to make this Chancellor Winter's name debate interesting, and the return of a fired-up Amanda, there's nothing good to say about this mess. It doesn't make sense and few, if any, care what the company is called. Fans are exhausted by the boring business offerings, and even the prospect of a new romance isn't helping. The writing for Corporate Chance and Sappy Summer is dismal. I couldn't even get fired up about the preview with Mamie wanting to oust Jill so the Winters family can take over the whole shebang. I love Aunt Mamie, but this seems so random. It might have worked if she'd shown up back when Divin was considering merging to try and talk him out of it, or if she was counseling her family to dissolve the merger and restore Hamilton Winters. There's no reason for ousting Jill other than revenge, which would have played out better with interpersonal drama. Making matters worse, Jill's not even on screen. Most importantly, we've all had enough of threats that amount to nothing in these corporate stories. We're over it. Read more about business stories ruining Young and Restless here. Another huge issue for Young and Restless is stories taking place off-screen. Case in point, Connor's issues at school. We haven't even laid eyes on the kid, yet we're supposed to be invested in this plot. All we've seen is a bunch of hand-wringing from Adam and Chelsea, with a little Billy, Sally, and Sharon thrown in. This Connor material feels much more PSA than soap opera. Not that there's anything wrong with educating the audience, but the subject matter has to be delivered as daytime drama. There's no drama inside here. Perhaps if Connor was showing a penchant for behaving like the dark and twisted younger version of Adam, this would be more interesting. But only if he was in Genoa City, and if his issues were affecting other characters we care about. I believe we will see Connor soon, and he's a cutie patootie, but regardless, this story isn't it. There was some debate online about whether or not Sally overreacted to Adam going to Victor about her business behind her back. I think, given the history, it was a legit reaction. Unfortunately, what made an impression on me most in the related scenes was that Chloe has become nothing more than an anti-Adam harpy. I get why she feels that way, but I don't want to hear it every time she opens her mouth. I want so much better for this character. Maybe free her from Kevin, since Greg Reichardt is on days, and give her a story of her own. Well, Ashley certainly changed her tune, and not a moment too soon, because the Ashley/Tucker/Audra scenes had become all but unwatchable. What's caught my attention is that I suspect Ashley snapped and an alternate personality has taken control. Frankly, I'm intrigued to see what Smashley, or whatever we're going to call her, has in store for Tucker. How do we know she's an alter? We seem to see the moment the change happened in the car when Ashley said out loud, "I have to take control." She then had a totally different air about her. She later told Tracy that she had an epiphany after talking to her psychiatrist friend in Paris, but when she first came back to Genoa City, she was still of the same mind. So that doesn't jive. I also noticed that she said to Tracy, "I've got to get a change of clothes," which made me wonder if the alter will dress differently. In the preview for next week, Audra confronts Ashley, but is it actually Smashley? I'm down to watch these two go head-to-head as long as big dramatic things actually happen. The Phyllis/Danny/Cricket triangle isn't nearly as compelling this time around as it was in the past. We know Danny loves cricket, and they're meant to be, so Phyllis' endless haranguing just feel ridiculous and annoying, whereas her scheming in the past was darker and more destructive, soapier. Lauren telling Danny that he may actually have feelings for Phyllis seems a clear signal that we're headed for a jaw-dropping, not in a good way, romantic twist. Danny will test out Lauren's theory and make the whole mess far, far worse. The one story working quite well, of course, is the tale of Crazy Aunt Jordan. It began to drag a little, probably to draw out the climax until the end of February, but has picked up again with Victor manipulating behind the scenes to get Claire released against Victoria's wishes. Jordan, meanwhile, has been working Seth like a puppet, although both he and Nikki are beginning to have suspicions. I feel it's all building to another big showdown or two, and while it's likely someone kills Jordan in the end, she may add to her body count first by offing Seth, who is perfectly positioned to be caught in the crossfire.